Season 2 is officially in the books, and I loved it. Needless to say, I loved it. All the right things happened at all the right times. Opened some doors for sure. It opened some doors for Brand New Day. Then again, maybe not. Opened some Defenders doors for sure, and more Netflix stuff seeping through the MCU. Right off the top, one of the best courtroom scenes ever. Ever. It's so brilliant. It's so brilliant.
Can you stop him?
Not alone.
Well, that was kind of the idea.
You can kind of tell that Kristen Ritter is really happy to be back in this role. I mean, I'm sure a lot's happened in her life and career since the Netflix era, but particularly, she's glad to be back involved in this. I don't think Matt and Heather have been in the same room since season 1.
In fact, it reveals his private face. The real mask is the one that he wears in his public life. The dutiful boyfriend, the responsible boss, the loyal son.
All of those have been Matt's roles throughout the series. Going back to the Netflix series, he's been the boyfriend to Heather, now Karen. He's been the boss at his own firm, and he's been the loyal son to Jack Murdoch, the late Jack Murdoch, and Maggie Murdoch, who we haven't seen in a really long time, who got the name drop earlier in the season. I think it was episode 2. Still haven't seen her. She's still alive, to my knowledge.
Dr. Glenn, did you strike Miss Page during your evaluation last night?
Objection.
Absolutely not.
Sustained.
Perjury. Kind of got me going here. They kind of got me going here for a second. Did he flip? It's a doppelganger. They were going to kill Matt and then pin it on Bullseye.
The defense calls Mayor Wilson Fisk.
This guy had entrance music going into the courtroom. How gangster is that? This is disgusting. Intimidation tactics. Total authoritarian bullshit. Why do you need the whole squad there unless you're trying to intimidate?
I was a boy.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Thank you for joining us today.
Not at all. I consider it my civic duty, and I welcome the opportunity to see my Safer Streets initiative in action, to see justice prevail.
I was a little surprised that you showed up.
I could say the same for you.
Thank you. I'll live.
Boy, this rivalry they have. Dude, also, this is the first time we've ever seen them in a courtroom together. They've always squared off in the streets, but they've never gone head-to-head in a courtroom before. That's what's so unique about this confrontation. It's never been done. Well, the real Bullseye just showed up. How cheap is their gear to where the butt of a knife knocks you out? I mean, they're wearing helmets. How thick are those helmets to where the butt of a knife knocks you out? That felt personal.
Poser.
Oh, wait a minute, buddy. Wait a minute, buddy.
My client is being charged under was supposedly created to protect the city from criminal vigilantes. Is that a fair assessment, Mr. Mayor?
It is.
And are the streets safer?
Statistics say they are, yes.
Where are the stats?
Some might say rounding people up and throwing them into detention without due process is lawless.
Objection. Immaterial invites conjecture.
Sustained.
At first, this was annoying me because it's going to go on like this for a little bit longer. But, I mean, Hochberger's right. He's kind of right. Matt is bringing up stuff that nobody would know unless they were there. So he's slowly but surely dry snitching on himself. But it's the strategy. It's actually the strategy.
Please remember what my colleague asked at the beginning of this trial. What is a vigilante? What is a criminal? Please.
You really want to do this, Mr. Murdoch?
Oh, absolutely, sir.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Two bitter enemies duking it out in a court of law.
Were you aware that the Northern Star is smuggling illegal arms into New York City via the Freeport that is owned by the Fisk Industries Trust?
Objection. Assumes evidence not on the record.
Sustained.
Yeah, he's doing it again. He's doing it again. And this was really bugging me. Earlier in the season, when we were here in the courtroom with these three same judges, they were just sustaining everything. They were sustaining everything. The defense couldn't mount any momentum. They couldn't get any momentum whatsoever. And it looks like it's the same thing, except Hochberg's actually making good points. Matt is bringing up stuff that's not admitted into evidence that only he and Kingpin would know. But again, it's the strategy.
Mr. Mayor, did Daredevil sink the Northern Star?
The evidence says yes.
There is no evidence for that.
The evidence does not suggest that. The only thing that's been presented is testimony from Officer Powell, who is in your employ, who takes his orders from you. It is the allegation of the district attorney, who, guess what, is in your employ, takes his orders from you.
Objection!
Overruled.
Now we're getting somewhere. Matt is just straight up challenging the legitimacy of this court by alleging that Hochberg is on Fisk's payroll. For the judges to even overrule that objection, they would have to not be in on it. Earlier in the season, during that first court session, it seemed like they were. It seemed like it was obvious they were in on it. But now it doesn't seem like that. Otherwise, the objection would have been sustained, like all the others. But now we're starting to get somewhere. This is new to them. It's starting to occur to them that this whole thing is a sham. The whole court is illegitimate. It's all rigged.
Murdoch. There are things I can say in here that will ruin your life, with complete support of the legal system.
If anybody was wondering, does Wilson Fisk know Matt is Daredevil? Yes. He's been known. He's been known for a long time. That's why he said all that under his breath, because he knew Matt would hear him. The thing is, why did Matt respond? Why did he respond out loud?
And who was the one who ordered you to scuttle the ship?
Achilles called him Βασιλιάς του Εγκλήματος, the Kingpin, but we knew it was the mayor, Wilson Fisk.
Unfortunately, that's not enough.
So we have determined that Daredevil was on the Northern Star, correct?
It's safe to say.
So, if only we could ask him what he witnessed that night.
I welcome going down this road with you, Mr. Murdoch.
As do I.
He's bold. He's so bold, and he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows what he has to do, and that's what makes Matt a fucking hero. Oh, it's like you tried to have me killed. The look on these people's faces when they go, "Oh my God, why are you still alive? We're about to be cooked."
It's a simple yes or no question, sir. Am I a hero?
I'm sorry, Your Honors. What does any of this nonsense have to do with Karen Page, who, I remind you, is the only person, as of now, on trial here?
Props to Hochberg again for keeping the viewer on track, because I'm sure everybody was going, why is this all of a sudden about Fisk when Karen's the one on trial? It's all linked. It all links together.
Mr. Fisk, did you or did you not orchestrate the sale of military-grade weapons through the official use of your office and then order the Northern Star to be scuttled when your plan was exposed?
Do not answer that.
Why not answer?
Do not answer it.
Why would you not? What? Can you do that? Can you even advise to your client out loud not to answer a question while you're on the stand? That's got to be some sort of obstruction, right?
You are a fool.
No, I'm not. I am Daredevil.
They gave him an Iron Man moment. They gave him an Iron Man moment, bro. Matt Murdock is the Tony Stark of the street level MCU, bro.
Are you honestly going to tell this court that Daredevil is a blind?
Then he proved it. Then he proved it. Fisk has no more cards. He tried to play the blackmail card. The Matt's like, dude, I'll out myself if it means taking you down. Bro, he's a hero.
I'm not finished! Overruled. Your Honor, this court was formed to adjudicate the Safer Streets Initiative, an initiative created by this man, Mayor Fisk, in furtherance of his criminal agenda. Which means this court has neither the ability nor the mandate to decide justice.
It's so brilliant. Bro, he outed himself to save the city. He outed himself to save Karen and the city. It almost brought me to tears just how brilliant this whole sequence was. He got a 2-for-1 on that deal. Outed himself as Daredevil testified as a witness while defending his client, proved that Mayor Fisk is involved in all this dirty shit, using the mayor's office as a criminal enterprise, and proved that the court is illegitimate and it's all rigged and it's not capable of trying a case and establishing justice. He did all of that by sacrificing his identity. Bro, it's beautiful. And Fisk can't do anything. He has no play.
Miss Page's crimes, if they even are crimes, cannot be judged by this court.
Thank you, Your Honor. I move for dismissal.
Granted, this case is dismissed with prejudice.
With prejudice, which means the plaintiff can't bring it back. It's over. So well written. I would like to know if a real lawyer has looked at this and can weigh in on how realistic this whole sequence was. Best courtroom scene I've ever seen. A Few Good Men is always going to be number one. It's always going to be number one. But this, oh my God.
From the word of a deluded lawyer, none of it will stand up.
Oh, then there's attempted murder against a government official. Your assassin lived. He has a lot to say.
That assassin lived? I mean, didn't he take a knife to the skull? I guess it depends. I guess it kind of depends, but we never come back to that.
This is the part where you resign.
There's a process for what you propose. I suggest you start that up, if you'll excuse me.
Yeah, it's like an 80-day process. Like, he can't just be removed. It has to go through, well, she said the Attorney General filed charges. That's one step. And then from there on out, it's like an 80-day type thing.
Interesting to see who you've aligned yourself with, Ms. Jones.
Watch yourself, Kingpin.
That's the first time Jessica Jones and Fisk have ever had an interaction, as brief as it was.
I've lost nothing.
Murdoch's coming out. Prepare the shot. Repeat, prepare to take the shot.
Sorry, pal. Wrong bullseye.
Sir, it's a trap. No, wait, you don't want to do that.
Oh, that shit happened so fast. If Bullseye would have just kept his mouth shut, he would have got the shot. He probably would have killed Fisk. He probably would have killed him, or at least fatally wounded him. But for comedic effect, that was pretty funny. Sorry, sir. Wrong bullseye.
Get fire in that top right window! Get fire in that top right window!
And these two dipshits just run outside and start spraying. What are we doing?
What are we doing? What's going on?
What is he waiting for?
I don't know. But we can't just hold up here when we're sitting ducks.
Oh, yes. God bless jurisprudence.
Yeah, she's back on the booze.
It's our city, not his. It's time to take it back.
BB didn't leave the city. New York City's huge. It's fucking huge, man. You could hide just about anywhere. But I'm glad she didn't leave the city. I'm glad she didn't. More on that later. So not all of that black paint chipped away. It looks cooler. It looks cooler that way. I thought it'd be completely red by now, but nah.
Whoa.
Tell him about Hector Ayala.
Hector Ayala was a fucking cop killer.
My husband wouldn't kill police.
You told me Ayala pushing him off the platform.
I'm glad he's taken the word of the widow and not Powell. Because he has to know that Powell's a colossal piece of shit, right?
No. Fine, you won't do it, I will.
Cold North's redemption arc is underway. In the comics, Cold North is a detective from Chicago, and they keep that going in the series. While Matt is locked up in the Devil on Cell Block D storyline, he's not in prison with Matt. Instead, he's on the streets, and he and a few others have a group called the Fist. More on that. But he becomes an ally. It's like January 6th, except everybody's on the right side. Dude, they're attacking journalists. Oh, here we go.
I'm here. Okay.
I think she just got word. You're in. He's out. Tell him what the deal is.
Renounce your citizenship, go into exile, and the AG promises not to prosecute.
Yeah, Fisk gets exiled. More on that at the end. He's so hard-headed. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, my God. As soon as that punch connected, he was done. Jesus Christ, that was brutal. And this dude is going to go full Darth Vader down the corridor, just taking motherfuckers out. A lot of these motherfuckers are probably kids. Well, not children, but like 20s, mid-20s. This is crazy, dog. So we got 2 hallway fights going on. Dog. Jessica bashes a fire extinguisher in the back of a dude's head. He goes flying out a window. And Fisk is throwing, dude. Oh, God. Oh, my God. He folded this guy against a corner. Yeah, here comes Angie. Here comes Angie. Yeah, baby. Get some, baby. Aw. Aw. Angie got some. Dude, I didn't think Angela was going to be doing any kind of fighting. I didn't think she was going to be doing any kind of fighting. They've got her gun butting the crap out of a guy, banging his head against a wall. Like, bro, she went in. They let her get some. Go crazy. Okay, these guys really are stormtroopers. Their gear sucks. Their gear just sucks. Karen's not wearing any gear of her own, and she just pulls up on a motherfucker, disarms him, just knocks him out. I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, I love me some Karen, but what are we doing?
What are we doing? What's going on?
Throws 3 guys down some steps, then emerges with blood all over his suit in front of all these people. How do you expect the people to get behind you when you're assaulting the people? How does that work? See, he can't take all of us. He can't take all of us. Oh, you can try to contain him. You can try if you want. Those 2 guys off the balcony, okay. I'm glad they switched out of slow motion for this part. Dog, they straight jumped him. They jumped him, dude. The mayor. They straight mobbed him, bro. Dude, that's bizarre to me. I don't know how New Yorkers get down like that, but bro, the mayor. They straight jumped him. They mobbed the crap out of him. They beat him down.
We're better than this! Stay down, Fisk! No, stay down!
And of course, Matt breaks it up. Of course he does.
You go to prison, you die locked away from her memory. Or you do what you do and this whole thing starts over again. The poison. The fight. Death.
This has to end. This cycle has to end. Going back to Netflix. Going back to the Netflix era. This is the same shit over and over and over again. Something has to change. And they're doing it in a comic accurate fashion. Fisk is gone. Matt's gone. They're both on 2 totally different trajectories, but it's all accurate and it's all leading up to some shit.
I accept. You understand if I don't shake your hand? Yeah, I understand.
Enemies to the core. And they came to an agreement that sets both their arcs on 2 completely different trajectories. It's not going to be Matt trying to take Fisk down while he's bringing the city under. We've been doing that for too long. It's time for something different.
If I'm honest, I'm not sure I know how to do it.
That's okay. Neither do I. Still like to take a shot at it.
You're going to have to wait a while.
Matthew Murdoch. Yes, sir. You're under arrest for assault, attempted murder, and it's a long list.
Daredevil's crimes.
You have the rights.
Waive the advisement, not the rights.
That's really smart that he's waiving the advisement, but he's not waiving his rights. They would have to prove that Matt did a lot of that stuff. I mean, Matt just admitted he was on the ship that night. But what about every other crime he's broken up by, beating up bad guys? He might not do a whole lot of time. I mean, that attempted murder charge, I mean, what was that charge? Who did he try to kill? I mean, he almost beat Fisk half to death at the end of season 3, but he couldn't do it. He couldn't bring himself to do it. So maybe that's the attempted murder charge. I don't know. That long ass list of crimes. There could be reasonable doubt for a lot of those. I don't know though. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But still more on that though. Still more on that. Dog, it sucks. But props for keeping it realistic and comic accurate at the same time. Because you're not just gonna break the law and not do time, right? We've seen shows and movies where the good guy commits crimes, right? And it's a happy ending. He doesn't even go to jail. The cops don't even come knocking. They just carry on with their business. They just carry on with their life. But here they're keeping it, real life. There's real life consequences to what he did, and they're keeping it comic accurate. It is very sad though. Oh, buddy. Oh, Daddy's home. Welcome back, Mike Coulter. Yeah, buddy. The Bulletin. BB is working at the Bulletin, and Mitchell Ellison is still there, keeping the Netflix shit alive. Mitchell Ellison gave BB a job at the Bulletin in her uncle's office. It doesn't get more poetic than that. Well, actually, it does. But it's still cool. It's still pretty cool. You see the headlines in the background. So I tell people stuff like this all the time. Like the Netflix era was always MCU connected. It always was. They just kept it loose. You got the Battle of New York back there. That's the Chitauri invasion from Avengers 1. And to the left of that, you've got Harlem Terror. That was Hulk versus Abomination and the Incredible Hulk. And you've got others back there that I can't really make out. But those two at the bottom left there, yeah, that's MCU shit. Going back to Far From Home, J. Jonah Jameson pretty much turned the Daily Bugle into an InfoWars type of thing. But now they're bringing back the Bugle. Now they're bringing back the Bulletin as its own separate entity. So both of those exist now in the MCU. Oh, Luke Cage is back, baby. But where did he go? Where was he? I'm leaning towards Latveria. I'm thinking that's where Luke was working at. He said it was different. So he's not doing street level shit. Luke has always been tied to street level shit. Latveria, nah. If we're dealing with some Doctor Doom type shit, maybe not Doctor Doom himself necessarily, but if that's where he was, then he's dealing with tech shit. He's fighting like tech-based shit, magic-based shit. Luke mentioned that he found someone else. That he being Charles, and that someone else being Bullseye. Charles made a stand-up guy decision. He let Luke go home to be with his family, and he picked up a guy to replace him who really didn't have anybody and could be a real asset. It's a good trade. I don't know what's better. The fact that Mike Coulter's Luke Cage is back, or that his first scene back was with his wife and kid. And Jessica opened Alias Investigations back up. All this Netflix shit is coming back. I'm excited for next season, which they're currently working on. I think they're currently working on season 3 right now. I predicted that Heather was going to don the mask in this episode. So I was right, but I thought maybe she would alter it and include Vanessa's earrings. But okay, so I was wrong about that. But next season, she will get that Morgan Whittier treatment. She will be the next muse. She will be the female muse. So Cole is locked up with Matt, which is different from the source material. As I was saying earlier, he could be an ally to Matt while they're locked up together. But then they've got Powell to worry about, who's going to continue to be a total piece of shit while they're locked up. Right now, I'm thinking it's going to be Matt and Cole versus the whole block. Matt and Cole versus the whole block. It's going to be wild. Fisk went to his island, which I'm thinking it might be Genosha. What if it's a new take on how the island of the mutants is established? Maybe not. Maybe not. They might not do that. They might keep it in the United States. I don't think they'll. I mean, Genosha might be a thing later on down the line, but it might not be this. It might not be inhabited by mutants just yet. I doubt Fisk would have anything to do with that. But just that he's on an island and Genosha's an island and we're going to start getting X-Men stuff within the next few years, it kind of makes sense, but I don't know. They may not do it like that. But then again, there is a time in the modern era of Marvel Comics where where Wilson Fisk does start showing up in X-Men titles after Devil's Reign, which I thought they were going to do for season 3. I'm glad they wrapped it up pretty quick, because we don't want this going any longer than it needed to. Like halfway through season 3, and then they start getting into other stuff. It didn't need to go that long. So I'm glad they wrapped it up when they did. But this does make a lot of sense for the future. Now, this isn't something that I knew off the top of my head. I did know that he left New York City a few times, but the most relevant story that links up to what they're doing in the MCU right now is a story where Vanessa dies of a terminal illness, and Fisk eventually finds his way to Krakoa and marries Typhoid Mary to get Krakoan citizenship. So the island could be Krakoa. It could be. I was talking about this with a buddy of mine a few days ago. He brought up Krakoa, and I thought, no, probably not, because Krakoa is kind of alive. But yeah, long story short, Fisk marries Typhoid Mary to get Krakoan citizenship. So that could be where we're headed. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a shit ton of sense that Fisk's Island would end up being Krakoa. They'll probably remix it. They'll probably tweak it a bit. Typhoid Mary exists, right? She's in season 3. What? She's in season 2 of Iron Fist. I don't remember what happened to her. I don't think she died, but I also don't think they'll use the same character. It'll probably be a whole new version of Typhoid Mary that's more accurate, and we'll get some X-Men connections there. It makes a lot of sense the more I think about it. I was leaning towards Genosha at first, but Krakoa seems a lot more likely. It's a bittersweet ending. It sucks to see the hero in this type of situation. It's real world consequences. Early on in the season, I thought they were going to do Devil's Reign for at least a portion of season 3. Doesn't look like that now. It looks like they're going to do a Devil in Cell Block D, where Matt's locked up with a bunch of the villains he helped put away. It doesn't look like it's going to be anybody else other than Task Force, because obviously Fisk and Bullseye were notable in the comics for being locked up in there too, but obviously they're not going to be in there. So it's just going to be Task Force. For the most part, it's going to be just the Task Force, but they could definitely introduce some new villains too, or some new allies. I'm thinking about the part of the Brand New Day trailer where Spidey is fighting the Hand in a prison. It would make sense that Spidey would attempt to break out Matt. It just doesn't make a lot of sense why the Hand would be there. That could be a fake scene. That could very well be a fake scene. In the theatrical release, it probably won't be the prison. They're probably not in the prison. They're probably somewhere else. I hope Spidey is there to break Matt out, but then he would need a reason to do that. Why does Spidey need Matt so bad? And I think that would depend on the villain. How powerful is the villain? Who is the villain? Do we even know who the villain's going to be? Awesome season. I'm kind of glad it's over. We still got Punisher in a few days though. That's 5 days from now, the 12th. I'm pretty sure it's the 12th or the 13th, so Tuesday or Wednesday. And I'm looking forward to that. That might take a little bit longer to do. I might break that up into 2 videos. That might be like a 40 or 50 minute long video, but I'm definitely going to do that. Punisher's my favorite character right now. He was a top 5 character, but these dark times we're going through right now, he's definitely my number 1, and I'm glad he's getting his own special. So I'm definitely going to be around for that. So be sure to subscribe.